lot of people made a ticket sales so far for the event that it's not a sellout when you thought it would be. What's your take on where ticket sales stand right now and why this event isn't sold out?
Okay, first off, let me get. I'm actually tired of hearing that question because right now we have over $60 million in the box office, and you tell me what part of that remotely look like ticket sales are slow. This isn't the damn Rolling Stones concert. That's the only thing that sells out in seconds. And we're talking about, when we talking about tickets go from $500 to $10,000, that's an expensive ticket. So you have every CEO from every major company. Guys, it takes time for them to plan and get it together. The fact of the matter is that we have over $60 million in the box office right now, which is more than double any other live gate that's ever been done. The fight that they have on the 16th of September next month. Our fight right now, we've got more in the box office right now, double than what they will have. And again, we're not talking, a $2 or $3 million gate. All these record-breaking events and the numbers that are associated with it, all are because of Floyd Mayweather, a little guy who's soaking wet, 147 pounds. You know what I'm saying? He broke all these records. That's what's wrong with boxing today. You guys are always complaining and looking for shit to complain about when there's nothing there. That's the reason why we can't be innovative. That's what Floyd Mayweather has done differently from anybody else. You know what I'm saying? He's thought outside the box. Someone said to me, "Oh, something about tickets don't sell at Costco." I'm like, we don't have nothing to do with that. But when you think about it, is that a bad thing? Opening this thing up to opening this thing up to a housewife in Desmond, Idaho, Iowa, Kansas, somebody who would normally be able to have access to our fight. Is that a bad thing for it to be accessible in Costco? That's what's wrong with boxing right now. Everyone wants to operate in this little small circle. And that's why this little guy over here at 147 pounds will go over making $1 billion in this fight because he's been able to think outside of the box. Everybody's operating in this little thing. Times change. You got to think outside the box. Having tickets, and again, Ticketmaster chose to do that. And oh, by the way, the largest place where you can go buy anything in the whole entire world.
When I talked to you last week, you had made the comment, you said you were going to get the numbers that it would compare favorably to the Super Bowl or any event that's ever been held. Have you gotten those numbers?
Sure. Right now, again, we're well over $60 million. And the highest grossing live gate record is $103 million for a live sporting event.
What was it?
The Super Bowl.
The most recent one?
No, it was the Giants. The Super Bowl the Giants played in. Yeah. $103 million. And again, we're gonna blow past our own record of $72 million. What are we talking about?
Do you know the gross? What the gross of the biggest Super Bowl would be? So I know you're talking $600-700 million gross on this event. How would that compare to whatever other big event has been held? A single night event, not like the Olympics or anything, but a single night event.
Yeah, we're still putting those numbers together, and we're going to see how the pay-per-view does. We don't want to predict anything, but again, this fight right here is massive. There's no other way to look at it. We've been able to generate interest that would normally be out there from just a casual fan. Because the two worlds have collided, and again, both guys have very, very unique personalities that casual fans have developed an interest in. Floyd has been out there for a number of years, and Conor has come on, and the UFC has done a phenomenal job with being able to market him and their brand. So both worlds coming together. And with Floyd being the biggest earner in sports and history, et cetera, we have a massive, massive event. We're going to break all kinds of records. Right now, we've already, in some of the categories, already surpassed Mayweather, especially from the international side. I fully expect us to break all the international records, And what I'm encouraging is that the fans go out and buy the fight right now. We have the fight accessible on a number of platforms right now, and that's what we're encouraging. Buy now, wait. Why wait for later?
So you talk about the appeal to the casual fan. What about the hardcore fans of each sport? The ones that have been a little bit outspoken and say, "Oh, this is a circus. This is not a real fight." How do you address those fans?
Well, again, we appreciate all the fans. We don't never ever want to turn our back on anyone or say anything about them, But again, the hardcore fans. That's the reason why that our sport isn't where football and basketball is, because we stay in our own little box. And it's like, you tell me what's wrong with these two guys fighting. If you don't want to watch it, don't buy it. As simple as that. But you can't be mad and going out there like some media members and promoting, oh, this is why you shouldn't buy the fight and this and that. Mind your fucking business. It's like, do your job, cover the sport, and obviously you have to give your opinion, which we understand that. But it's like, we don't see you saying nothing else about anybody else's events and this and that. We know what it's about. We know what this is about, And it's like, okay, but one thing's for sure, you're not going to stop this event. The fans demanded this event, and this is what they're going to get. We didn't ask for this. Social media was on fire because these two guys going at it. Did we happen to miss the world tour? Did we see the record number amount of fans that came out to support a world tour? You kidding me?
But, I'm just struck by your demeanor today. And you and I have worked together for, 20 years, right? And I don't recall I've ever seen you so fired up as you are now. Why? What has got you so fired up?
Because I got a message from somebody, a media person, actually before I came here, and he was asking me something about this Costco thing. And I'm just like, oh, something about dumping tickets. And I was like, and I gave them the same spiel. It's like, none of this makes any sense. It's like, we didn't think of this. This had nothing to do with us. By Ticketmaster put the tickets there, I'm assuming. But when I thought about it, it's like, is that a bad thing? Is that a bad thing, opening this thing up to more people to have accessibility to your event? Is that a bad thing? Again, that's one of the reasons what's wrong with the sport, why we can't continually grow, is because of that mentality. That mentality, everyone wants to stay in the same box. We got to do the promotions the same way. We got to do this and that. No, you don't. And Floyd's been able to show you why you don't have to, and that's why he's in the position that he's in, going out there, being his own boss and being his promoter and doing things the way he wants to do them, exposing the fans to something different. Instead of looking for ways to dog somebody out because they did 5 million homes, instead of looking for something positive to come out of that, being able to, okay, this is a starting point to be able to elevate it from here. But you guys are finding a way to criticize, who is it, Thurman and Garcia for doing 5 million homes. You guys are looking for something to criticize them about. You know what I'm saying? To have that kind of platform, it's incredible. And I think Dana's kind of touched on this too. That's what's wrong with us, and that's why they've been able to kind of grow and do things, because it's like everybody's not looking to shit on everybody's thing. It's just like, it's amazing how those idiotic comments that Bob said the other day, just telling people don't buy their event because this and that. Huh? Have you ever heard me say something like that about any of your? It's like none of this stuff makes any sense. But what it comes down to is that the same guys who hating on the shit is the same guys who wanted to be a part of it. He wasn't saying that a few months ago when he openly, publicly said that, oh, well, if Mayweather deal can't come together, I'd love to put Manny Pacquiao in there. He wasn't saying that then. And then when that other idiot, Oscar, said, and I'm saying that because that's what I think of him, and yes, I did say that. When he says that, the same thing. Oh, he would love to promote Conor McGregor and also He sees no other fight for him other than Canelo. Okay, well, what happened then? It was okay then, as long as they could potentially be part of it. But now, because they have nothing to do with it, then they want to trash. But guess what? It's okay. It's okay. I wish them nothing but the best. They both are. One of them in particular is a great promoter, you know, and been around for a long, long time. And he, it is what it is.
Better than 60 million in the box office. What's slow about that? I just don't get it. Just don't get it. That's where we at. Unlike another promoter that we won't call any names, he lies to you guys and tells you that his event is sold out. And that is and due to my good friend over here, Mr. Pugmire, did his homework, and he came out to find out that I was correct in what I said. Isn't that correct, Mr. Pugmire?
Yes.
Yeah. His event is not sold out, and there are thousands and thousands and thousands of tickets still available. And they have a great fight, by the way. And I'll be one of the ones that purchased the pay-per-view. Yeah, but it just goes to show you that it's just like, come on, man. It's like, and it's just all by design to hate on somebody else's event. And you just mad because you couldn't be part of this. Because you definitely tried. You definitely tried. But it's just like he has this personal thing that's just like, get over yourself and just move on. It's like you so obsessed with Floyd Mayweather. Just move on. It's the truth.
I'm not
I
arguing
mean,
with you.
it's the truth. I mean, from writing open letters to the fans, and it's like, who does that? What axe do you have to grind? I mean, what are you mad at? You had an incredible career. You have a very good promotional company. You know, you had some good fighters. Why are you worried about what this man got going on? Jealousy is a terrible thing. My lady always tells me, jealousy is a terrible thing.
Thank you, Leonard.
Anytime, kid.